This week, Carmela, we're starting off the new year on an Italian wine adventure.
Woo, we're starting off right.
And we're heading back to the island of Sicily.
Oh, nice.
And today we're going to learn about the Sicilian wine all the cool kids are talking about called Etna Rosso.
Whoa, well, we want to be in with the cool kids.
That's right. This wine, Carmela, has been compared to Burgundy and Barolo, so it's no slouch. And if you watched the White Lotus in the season that they went to Sicily, you may have heard a little about it. Hello, fellow astringents, and welcome to the Wine Pair Podcast. I'm Joe, your sommelier of reasonably priced wine, and this is my wife and my wine-pairing partner in crime, Carmela.
Hi there.
And we are the Wine Pair.
Woo.
If you're new to our podcast, here's what you can expect. If you love wine and you want to find great wines at affordable prices, and you want to expand your wine horizons, and you want to have some laughs and fun while doing it, then you're in the right place. Each week, we explore a different wine varietal or style or brand or region of the winemaking world, and we learn about what makes them worth knowing about. And then we taste 2 to 3 of those wines that are reasonably priced to let you know if they're worth your hard-earned money. So if that feels like your vibe, then we are honored to make you an honorary member of our tribe.
Yes.
And we are proud to say that Decanter Magazine calls us fun, irreverent,
Chatty.
and entertaining.
Nice.
Carmela, it's our first episode of the new year.
This is true.
Yes, and I am excited to talk about another red wine from Sicily. And this one has a bit of a stronger reputation than the wine we did several weeks ago. The wine this week again is Etna Rosso, which is made primarily from the Nerello Mascalese grape. And so this is in contrast to the Sicilian grape and wine that we did last month called Nero di Avola. In fact, Etna Rosso has started to be called by some the Burgundy of the Mediterranean.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty high praise, especially since we love red Burgundy wines like Pinot Noir and Gamay.
True.
So we're going to see if this wine deserves that reputation.
And we will find this out.
And on a side note, this Italian wine adventure, Carmela, is kind of a two-parter.
Okay.
So this week we're going to cover Etna Rosso. Rosso, again, means
red.
That's right, for red wine. And then next week we're going to cover Etna Bianco. Bianco means
white.
That's right. So it's brother or sister.
See, we didn't even plan that.
No, we didn't. This
Wow.
is the quality.
I mean, truly, look at us. Look at us go.
This is how we do it. So today is sort of part 1, and like the 2-part Brady Bunch episode where they went to Hawaii and Greg had the major wipeout while trying to surf. You'll have to turn in next week to get part 2 and see how it all ends.
We don't want any disasters, though.
No.
I mean, that right there just, there's so much superstition in those shows, too.
Do you remember that one?
I do.
The tiki.
I can't.
Taboo.
Can we not?
And Alice, their hip goes out.
I mean, it's a good one.
Did the spider freak you out?
Oh, my God, for sure. Did it freak you out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
The thing falling off the wall. That was, oh, man.
So
I never
tune in, but we will not have the same disasters. We can promise that.
No, and I have to tell you, that episode affected me so much, I was afraid of Hawaii for a long time.
No.
Yes, I was.
Oh, no. Now we've gone many times, so you got over that fear real quickly.
No, I'm good with it now. But Carmela, we need to get to Etna Rosso, but before we do that, we have a few things we need to cover, starting with Ted, who gave us the name of the tribe this week. So if you're ready, Carmela, we're going to have a little conversation with listener Ted. Hi, Ted, and welcome to the Wine Pair Podcast.
It's good to be here. I'm excited to try this.
We're really excited to have you, and thanks for giving us the tribe name for the week. And so we'll get to that in a minute, but we do have some very important questions to ask you first, Ted. And so the first question is, what is your favorite wine?
I got a 2-parter for it. One sort of is a little explanation. So I'm actually relatively new at really being obsessed about wine. It's only been a couple of years since I really got into it. And I started cooking back about 3 years ago or so. And at the same time, my son went to Florence for a semester. So you can see where this is going. I started to become sort of obsessed about Italian wine and cooking together. And so probably like Sangiovese is one of my favorite drinks to have, specifically with food. That I think is terrific. Now I've started to go to the other Italian grapes now, Nebbiolo and other things. So Italian reds are probably right up there. But if you ask me the wine that I drink the most of when I'm out or doing things, it's probably Pinot Noir.
Good twofer. I'm right in line with you. And I think you're absolutely right about Sangiovese. I think sometimes on its own, it can be a little bit like, I'm not so sure about this one. With food, it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I tell people, yeah, I love Chianti Classico or whatever. And they'll be like, oh, really? Like, just have it with like some pasta or something. And it's terrific.
That's right. All right, Ted, next question. When did you start listening to us and how did you find us?
So, like I say, I relatively new at all of this and was listening to some podcasts, I know, but probably about, I'd say sometime before Christmas of 24. So last year sometime, I think I stumbled upon you, probably some algorithm or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Thank God for algorithms. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Good. And we're glad you stuck with us. So, we made it a year. So that's good.
Well, it's funny because I did the first couple ones and, it was fun. It was casual. It was like, but then it struck me that there is actually the key, and I'm sure you know this, the key, I think, to your program. I think it's Carmela's palate and nose, if that's the polite way to say that. Because I think that she gives a whole different dimension when you guys start tasting the wine. And I really think that kind of like elevates the whole podcast.
I like that. And I'll let her know you said that. And I actually think she has an excellent palate.
Like when she starts that whole thing off, I think that really kind of rolls with it. I think the other thing too is that you guys do a very nice job of the food and wine pairing. I was really tired of people telling me that their wine was really good with like poached lobster, which nothing against poached lobster. And there's a time and place for everything, but that's not helping me when I have a pound of ground chuck here that I'm going to grill and I'm trying to figure out what to drink with.
That's right. What do you drink with nachos? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, I think that's where the wine industry does a huge disservice to everyone. It's like they just make it like, wild boar goes really well with this red. I'm like, terrific.
Right. Not going to have it, but that's great. Yeah, exactly. All right. Now, Ted, here we go. Tell us the name you suggested for the tribe this week, and if there's any background or inspiration for where the name came from.
Well, I kind of think of you guys, like there's a little bit of a musical undertone to the whole podcast. Now you say you have like a folding table and you kind of do it in your basement. So kind of that garage band attitude ethos coming out. I thought of the Astringents as the name. Now that's probably a bigger explanation than it actually took me to come up with that name. But in retrospect, I think it kind of fits. And so it's sort of more just kind of a garagey type punk name.
I like it. I mean, I've been in lots of bands. I've never been in a punk band, but if I do, I think we're going to call ourselves the Astringents.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I like it. Thanks very much, Ted. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the tribe name.
Oh, no problem. This was it's fun. And thank you for doing this. I'm sure it's a lot of work and, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thanks for doing this and thanks for supporting us.
Yeah, no problem. And I'm sure I'll shoot you an email at some point again about something.
Love it.
But
Anytime. Well, a huge thank you to Ted for joining us this week. And Carmela, I'll let you know that Ted said that the podcast episodes get better when we get to the tasting section and you become a bigger and bigger part of the conversation and share your palate. He said that.
Oh my, you want more of me?
Yeah, I think.
My goodness.
I think many people out there would prefer to have more of you.
I doubt it. No, you guys really, you don't.
Yeah, they do. They just don't.
It'd be a lot of just like one-way conversation though. Hey,
what's going on? And we also say this every time, but we really do love doing these interviews. Ted actually joined us for our virtual wine tasting.
That's so fun.
We did that last month. It was super fun. And he was kind enough to also be willing to do this interview for the podcast. So if you've been thinking to yourself that you have a great idea for a tribe name, but have been reluctant to reach out to us because maybe you think that your idea is just not good enough, just remember back to that Sesame Street song, Sing, where they have the immortal lyric.
Sing a song?
Yes, don't
sing
worry.
Out loud.
That's right.
Sing out proud. Okay, sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
But the classic lyric is, don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone
else to hear, right? I'm not going to keep singing.
Sing. So here's what, it's the same with your tribe name. Just name the tribe.
Oh, I love that. But wait, somebody too gave us the whole list of ones that have already been used too, right?
Clarice sent a note and she had gone through all of our episodes and she had a longer longer list than I did.
Maybe you need to post that at some point, just so people know, like, these ones have been mentioned.
I'll do that.
And then you can sing that song out loud and not even worry that anybody's taken it.
That's right. Clarice is going to join us next week, so maybe in that episode I'll list them out.
Cool.
But if you have ideas, send them to me. You can send us a note or an email at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com, and we would love to talk to you and meet you.
Nice.
But Carmela, we're just about to head out on this Italian wine adventure.
Okay, I haven't packed my bags.
Well, you got a minute here because we have to interrupt the podcast to bring you this breaking news.
Okay.
Wine in the news this week. Our wine in the news this week story comes from Portugal, where we're going to be going.
Nice.
In an article written by Sarah Niche in the online publication The Drinks Business. I can almost say that. You guys don't know. I edited that out. And it's entitled Vino Verde Appellation Officials Arrested in Wine Fraud Case.
So much crime with wine.
I know.
What is going on?
There's so many scandals.
Guys, it's a new year. Let's turn over that new leaf.
Positive. Let's be positive with the wine
You know
this
what?
year.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't.
You're
But
going to
wait.
really find out how much it's not worth it.
Okay.
Okay, so, and by the way, if you want to see these articles and make sure that I'm not making them up, I have links to these articles and others in our show notes. So just head over. Do you know we have show notes, Carmela?
Yes. I'm totally in the know now.
Yeah, just go to this episode and
I never looked
on
at
our
them,
website.
but I should. I really should.
Please don't tell me that
Sorry.
anymore.
I'm
Okay.
really sorry.
Okay, but Carmela, back to this crime. We always assume that if a bottle says something like Vino Verde on the label, there's some sort of guarantee that it actually is Vino Verde and it's made from the right grapes and it's grown in the right region and made to the right standards. Well, a massive police sting in Portugal just revealed that for some wines, that guarantee was being sold. And just wait until you hear what it was being sold for. On December 16th, Portuguese police launched Operation Puro Verde, pure green, Puro Verde. This was a major raid. It involved about 80 inspectors in 21 different locations, and they ended up arresting 8 people, 4 of whom were actually officials from the Vino Verde Viticultural Commission, or CVRVV, if you want to know the abbreviation. So these are the people who are supposed to be making sure that things are on the up and up, and they're the ones cheating the system. Wow.
It's just a big waste of time.
It is a big waste of
for
time.
everybody. Then you get the police involved. They should be doing other things.
I know. Are you curious about what the fraud was, though?
Okay, give it to me.
Here's what happened. Police reports show that this scam centered on the recent 2025 harvest. To make certified Vino Verde, Carmela, you have to prove that your grapes come from a specific region, transported legally, all that. So what the authorities periodically do, like they do to you, to your bakery, they come unannounced. Well, they announce them to you, but they make unannounced inspections. And that's where the scandal came from, because corrupt officials were tipping off wineries about when the surprise inspections would happen. So they weren't surprises. They were ready. So during harvest, trucks are constantly arriving into wineries with grapes. So if you're a producer and you want to sneak in some illegal grapes, you can't do that when the inspector's around, right?
Right.
So to sneak around that, the corrupt officials would warn the wineries. They'd say, hey, man, the inspector's coming on Tuesday morning, so get the bad grapes out. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so what would happen is on that day when they knew the inspector was coming in, they'd make sure the grapes, the trucks were bringing in.
They had a cover. They covered it all up.
That's right. They brought in the right grapes, and then they fooled with the paperwork.
Oh, no.
Now, you would think...
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you would think to take part in this scandal, the officials and inspectors would ask for a pretty penny in payback, but that wasn't the case. The investigation suggests these officials were selling out the region's reputation for petty bribes. Things like fancy meals, free cases of wine, and tickets to events.
Oh my gosh.
It goes back to what you said before. If you're going to do wrong, do wrong right. I mean, don't waste our time.
Right. If you can't do wrong right, then you might as well try doing right.
I mean, it's so
that really
logical.
Puzzled you.
It doesn't puzzle
no,
me.
but like
it's
we
just
had
a
guys,
weird
we had a conversation on our Sunday walk about this because he was like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one. And I don't even know where I heard it. Look, but it didn't like resonate with me. It wasn't one of those things.
I don't know. You brought it up.
I know, but it just kind of
stuck
kind
with
of
you.
Funny.
Now it's stuck
kind
with
of
me.
Funny.
Now it's sticking with me.
It should make somebody feel really dumb. dumb.
I feel dumb. Now, the 4 officials from the Vino Verde Viticultural Commission have been suspended, and the investigation is still trying to trace just how much of this laundered wine is sitting around. Like, has it been distributed? Is it sitting in tanks? Is it waiting to be bottled? We don't know. But a question for you, Carmela. If you found out a wine that we drank last week was made from illegal grapes, now that means they might have been perfectly safe, and the wine may even have been good. Would you care?
Well, I would not support that.
Okay.
I wouldn't support it.
You don't support crime.
No.
Even if it's delicious.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'd be like, wow, like I actually like that wine. I think I would be upfront about it, but it's just like a person.
Yeah.
Like you could be a very attractive person, but if you're a
Like
real
me?
jerk.
Oh, like me?
No. But if you're a real jerk, who likes you anymore?
It's just like you expect people to tell the truth. Like you expect people in leadership positions, the top positions, to not be liars, to not lie all the time.
No,
we don't like that.
We don't like liars.
No, we don't want that.
How about in the show?
Pluribus. They can't lie.
They can't lie.
Man, we are watching that show fast. It's a good show.
God.
Okay. Anyway, all right. We're not here to talk about Pluribus or Vino Verde or dirty grapes. We're here to talk about the Sicilian wine Etna Rosso, the so-called Burgundy of the Mediterranean. And we have 2 Etna Rosso wines to learn about and taste and review to see if they're worth seeking out. But first,
you got to do our shameless plug.
That's right. So thank you for listening to us and for supporting our show. And remember, we buy all our own wine so that we can give you real and honest reviews. And we do all the writing and recording and editing to bring you a show every week because we love to do it for you. And all we ask for in return is that you please follow or subscribe to our podcast. And also please leave us a nice 5-star rating and review to help us grow listeners. And a huge, huge thank you to everybody who's done that already. You can also follow us on Instagram at The Wine Pair Podcast and on Blue Sky. You can contact us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com. You can sign up for our email newsletter there, which just came out. So if you didn't get it, just send me an email at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com, and I will personally hand deliver it to your email inbox and put you on the mailing list. And you can also visit our shop wine section there, where you can find links to buy the wines that we rate as buys in each episode. And we want to make content that you care about. So send us a note or DM us and give us some feedback, or let us know if there's wines you want us to try or winemaking areas of the world that you're curious about, and we'll take care of it. And a few shout outs really quick to Emma, who reached out to say hi and asked us to take a look maybe at some more German or Austrian or South African wines.
Oh, nice.
We're going to do that. Mm-hmm. Justin reached out and said, we're in for a surprise because we're going to do an episode on Meiomi wines. And he said that will be surprising. And then
it's all a surprise to me, people.
Carmela's like, what? And he did try the Ruby Port with ice cream.
Oh, what did he think?
He said it was very meh and looked gross, and we don't need to try it. He tried it for us.
Okay.
Thanks, Justin.
Wow. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because it was interesting to me.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
The East Idaho foodies thanked us for the virtual tasting and sent us ideas for some more tribe names.
Fun.
I should shout out Hassini, who sent us a really nice gift after that. It was very sweet of her to do that.
So thoughtful.
Also, Corkton, Connecticut, who sent us a picture of a sparkling they had over the holidays, which was really nice. And then Lindsay let us know that red wine and ice cream may not work, but vanilla ice cream and Pedro Jimenez sherry is his favorite dessert.
Oh, I think a sherry would be actually something I might dig.
So I think we're going to do an episode on sherry, just to,
And we're bringing vanilla ice cream along.
We're going to do it,
Sherry
Lindsay.
is different. Like, I do think that might actually work.
Sherry is
caring.
And
he's tried it. Sherry is caring.
Yeah. He said it's his favorite dessert.
Where does he get that?
Where
do they serve it? Or does he just do it at home?
Maybe he's got
How did he know about this? I have questions for him,
Lindsay, send us a note, and Carmela wants to know. Inquiring minds.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I already mentioned Clarice, so Clarice, thank you. We'll get you on. And as we do every week, we'll tell you someone we think you should recommend the Wine Pair podcast to, because that's the best way for us to grow listeners, when you tell your family and friends about us. And this week, we want you to recommend us to anyone who loves red wines from Burgundy and is looking for a new wine to try that fits into that taste profile, because they may really like this episode.
Mm-hmm.
But on that note, Carmela, I think it's time to find out just what the Etna Rosso is, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we should start off by noting that Etna Rosso is the name for the region, not the grape or the grapes the wine is made from. The key grape in Etna Rosso, as I mentioned, and a grape you really should know, is called Nerello Mascalese. And the other key grape that's part of the blend is called Nerello Cappuccio, also sometimes called Nerello Montalto. Now, for some fun facts, Carmela, that you and the listeners at home can put into your brain boxes and save for a really boring party. Nerello is a form of the word nero, meaning black,
right,
which refers to the dark color of the grape skins. And the term Mascalese in the name Nerello Mascalese refers to the region of Mascali in Sicily, where the grape is likely to have come from.
Okay.
Now, more interesting is the word Cappuccio and Nerello Cappuccio.
Sounds like a last name.
that could be some guy. Hey,
yeah.
You know Nerello Cappuccio?
Signor Cappuccio.
That guy's a real testadura. Anyway, Cappuccio, cap, head, it translates to hood, which refers to the shape of the leaves on the vine that look like hoods or cloaks. And then incidentally, the second name, Nerello Mantellato, has a similar meaning. The word mantellato translates to mantle or cloak. You put the hood, the mantle on. So there you go. Now, while you're friends with that, in a story that's familiar, Carmela, for a lot of these wines from up-and-coming regions, Etna Rosso did not always have such a good reputation.
Ooh,
it was a workhorse.
What was it doing?
Well, we're going to get into it.
As a workhorse? It didn't have a good reputation.
Well, just as a wine in general. It's kind of a bulk wine.
Okay.
But it's changing with the increasing popularity, especially among sommeliers, because Nerello Mascalese is becoming like, ooh, hip.
Hot
I
stuff.
remember you said the cool kids.
Right. Like you should be in the know.
Exactly. Now, this is interesting. DNA testing has shown that it's a cross between Sangiovese, which of course is the grape in Brunello and Chianti, and a grape from Calabria, where my family's from, called Montonico Bianco.
Okay.
There you go. Now, Nerello Mascalese is a late ripening grape with a thin skin that creates a wine with high acidity, firm tannins, and the potential for high alcohol content, just like we like them. Now, remember, tannins is what gives wine that kind of sticky drying of the tongue quality. Often kind of reminds us a little of black tea.
Right.
A little black tea.
Well, you got to see this guy.
I'm doing a lot of hand movements.
Right. The
You can't see them,
visuals today, you guys.
Weird. Because it's considered a somewhat elegant wine with red berry or cherry flavors in its profile and a light color, it's often compared, as we said, to Pinot Noir and sometimes also to Nebbiolo. So,
Could be right up our alley.
Exactly. Go right up our alley, if you don't mind. Nerello Cappuccio, the other grape, she's giving me a look, is often added to the wine to mellow it out a little bit. Kind of like I need a little
Oh my God. This guy's on fire. Who put the nickel in you, buddy?
I don't know. And right up my alley. It's considered to be a softer, more delicate wine. It adds a deeper color to the wine as well. To be considered true Etna Rosso, at least 80% of the wine must be made from Nerello Mascalese, and no more than 20% of the wine can be Nerello Cappuccio, but they are allowed in that 20% that doesn't have to be Nerello Mascalese. They are allowed to put other grape varietals, indigenous and local grape varietals, even white.
So not fussy when it comes to that. Just 20%.
No, not fussy. I mean, it can't be anything, but there is.
You're going to throw this in and
no. There's a little variation.
Okay.
So now I probably should have mentioned this before, but the reason the wine is called Etna Rosso is because it's a red wine. You already said this. Rosso means red in Italian, and Etna refers to the volcanic mountain, Mount Etna. And it's on the slopes of this mountain that these grapes are grown.
Oh, wow. That's special.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not an easy place to grow grapes. Let's just put it that way.
It's really hot.
Well, it's not just hot, but it's a steep on. It's everything's manual.
Oh, sure.
Now, so you can find Nerello Mascalese growing in areas like Sonoma in the U.S. and in Australia, but you can only find Etna Rosso from Sicily, this specific area. Now, grape growing and winemaking in Sicily and the Mount Etna region have been going on for thousands of years. It was the Greeks who are credited with bringing more advanced winemaking techniques to the region between 1800 and 500 BC. And for a bit of cultural history, I don't know, I'm just going to throw this in because it's kind of fun. People in the area worship both the ancient Sicilian god of fire and volcanoes called Adranus.
Wow.
His name ends in and the gods of wine.
Don't think it's referring to your...
No, right up your alley. Dionysus, the gods of wine, Dionysus in Greek and Bacchus in Roman mythology. Now, Etna was a major supplier for the Roman Empire of wine. And for centuries, Etna was a major wine producer for Europe. In the 18th and 19th century, wine from Etna was exported all over Europe. But by the 20th century, as I kind of mentioned, it was becoming a bulk wine producer. And the high acid and high alcohol wines it produced were inexpensive, and they were used to sort of cut wines in France and other parts of northern Italy. The wine did receive DOC status in 1968, so that's a little while ago. And it was the first DOC in Sicily. But the wines had a reputation of being rustic, heavy, strong, even oxidized. These are not awesome descriptors for wine. The quality started to turn in the 1980s, and by 1993, with the release of the 1990 vintage Rovitello from Giuseppe Bonatti, the wine started to get some positive attention and critical acclaim. And in the early 2000s, winemakers from outside of Sicily got involved, including the very influential Gaja family from Piedmont, Gaja. You see that in a lot of Barolo and Barbaresco bottles. No, so when you get those guys, the big dogs involved, it really starts turning things around.
See, like, you know, like you said, no, the big dogs. Wait, but what were you saying before?
I don't know. The big dog.
The cool kids.
The cool kids got
Why does it have to be about the cool kids?
Sometimes it's about the cool kids, Carmela.
Wow.
You were one of the cool kids.
Oh, boy. And you were.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
All right, more facts, more facts. In 2011, they introduced the Contrade system, in which very small subzones, 133 subzones were created in a manner similar to the Cru system in France, and this helped them to isolate specific terroirs, and as a result, they were able to create highly unique and high-quality wines. And it's kind of interesting. The small subzones are defined by stone terraces that follow old lava flows. So each of these little subzones has its own kind of unique soil.
My
so
goodness.
They're very terroir specific, and wine nerds, collectors, and sommeliers, maybe those are all the same thing, love that kind of stuff.
Very cool.
And one more fun fact.
Okay, guys.
That I already
your
mentioned.
brain box is going to be bursting tonight.
In White Lotus season 2, where they went to Sicily.
Okay, I did see it.
That was a great season. Very bizarre. It was kind of uncomfortable to watch. They visited the Planeta Vineyard, where they drank Etna Bianco and Etna Rosso.
Wow.
So,
guys, watch it.
So and
Go
then
back.
and drink the wine while you're watching it.
Right.
And get uncomfortable.
I know. Well, the wine will help.
The wine will help a lot.
The wine will help.
And speaking of that, we need to start tasting some wine. So I think it's time to learn a little bit about the specific wines we're drinking today. What do you say?
Let's do it.
As usual, both of the wines we've chosen for this episode are under $25, and they should be relatively easy to find because I bought them both at wine.com. Now, Etna Rosso is getting easier and easier to find, but you will need to look for a place with a good wine selection and, of course, a good Italian wine selection if you want to be sure you can hunt them down. And as we always say, just talk to your local wine merchant, and they will be more than happy to help you, especially if you mention White Lotus.
For sure.
Just say, you know that wine that was in White Lotus? Can you get that for me?
They might know it like right off their head, top of their head. No.
Cappuccio.
Right.
That's right. Now, the first wine we're going to try today is the 2021. She's put her head in her hands and she's shaking her head. I feel like she's.
It's a very visual show today, guys.
It is. I feel
it's
like,
a good thing we're not on YouTube.
No, you would hate it. You would hate it. It's the 2021 Masseria Setteporte Etna Rosso. And this one got some really good ratings, including a 93 from Wine Spectator and a 90 from Decanter.
Nice.
And I was able to find out some information about this wine, including that it's made from organically grown grapes, which we like.
Okay.
It's made from 95% Nerello Mascalese and 5% Nerello Cappuccio. Now, there is a wine made by the same producer that's 100% Nerello Mascalese, so that'll be a slightly different wine. It's not this wine that we're having today. The winery is in the commune of Bianco, and it's certified organic.
Okay.
One website I was able to find on the interwebs called Toast Wines had some information on how the wine was made, including that it's fermented in stainless steel tanks with skin contact for 8 days, which of course that's how wines get their colors, from the skins. And you'll like this, Carmela, 2 to 3 days of pumping over.
Wow, a pump over wine.
Just like White Lotus.
Woo! Oh my gosh, Joe.
They do.
Get your mind out of that alley.
Woo.
Or gutter, or whatever the
right
saying
up our
is.
alley, in the gutter. They do malolactic fermentation in barriques, small oak barrels, 20% of which are new oak. So again, malolactic fermentation is used to tamp down on the acid of the wine, and while barriques are small barrels will impart more oak flavor, the fact that only 20% of them are new oak means that the oak will be more subtle.
Love it.
Yeah, they also age the wine for 12 months in large neutral oak casks and concrete tanks, which gives the wine some oxygen, but doesn't give it oak flavor. And remember that neutral oak means it's used oak, and used oak gives very little to no oak flavor at all. And then they age it for a minimum of 8 months in the bottle, so these wines are getting a little time to age before they're released. The second wine we're going to try is the 2019 Nicosia Etna Rosso Lenza di Munti, which also received some great ratings, like a 91 from Wine Spectator, a 90 from Venice, and believe it or not, a 92 from Sucky James Suckling.
My goodness, he went right out of his comfort zone.
I know. I mean, 92.
Good job.
You might as well call it a million. A million out of 100.
This is going to be a great wine.
Yeah. Now, this one has a slightly different blend ratio. It's 85% Nerello Mascalese and 15% Nerello Cappuccio. So we'll see if we can taste the difference. Yeah. Both of these wines are, of course, found in volcanic soil, but the tech sheet for this wine calls out that the soil is very rich in minerals.
Okay.
They also, I know, they really don't call out how rich it is. They ferment the wine in stainless steel tanks for 10 to 15 days, so a little longer than the first wine, and then they use pump over maceration.
My God, they are down with the pump over.
That's right. Sounds dirty, but it ain't. Okay. They use malolactic fermentation to reduce some of the acidity as well, and they said that they use a vegan fining agent to get rid of sediment. So it's a vegan one. Mm-hmm. They also say they age the wine mainly in stainless steel vats, but they also use tonneau, Tonneaux. I'm probably saying it wrong. It's a French word, tonneau. They're really large wooden barrels. They hold the equivalent of 100 cases of wine. 900 liters. See, these are huge oak barrels, and they're traditionally used in Bordeaux for bulk storage and transport. So they will impart very little oak flavor if they're used. They age the wines for just 4 months before bottling, and then age the wines in the bottle for only 5 to 6 months. So I think this wine may be a little bit fresher. It might be a little bit lighter and fresher tasting, but we'll see. The other interesting thing, just on a side note, on the bottle they show 720 M because the vines grow on lava terraces at an average of 720 meters above sea level. That's about 2,300 feet. So they're up on that mountain.
Queso.
That's right. But I think that's enough information, Carmela. I think it's time for us to get drinking. So we're going to take a little break, and if you have an Etna Rosso, a Nerello Mascalese, if you have any Italian wine at all, if you have any wine, whatever, just drink along with us, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, we're back and we're ready to try our first wine. Also note that, and I don't always do this, but I did it this time. I did open up the wines before we started recording. So they've been open for maybe 30 or 40 minutes now. Mm-hmm. And so that should help a little bit with the wine. I should do that more often with red wines. This is the Masseria Setteporte Etna Rosso. It's from Sicily in Italy. It's the vintage is 2021. It was $19.97 at wine.com. 13.5% alcohol, 95% Nerello Mascalese. Carmela corrected me. It's 14%. It says 14%.
I've been studying up, guys.
Good work. 95% Nerello Mascalese, 5% Nerello Cappuccio. And again, Wine Spectator gave this a 93. Decanter gave it a 90. And Vivino gave it a 3.9. But let's talk about the color.
I don't think it's terribly dark.
Oh, I do. It was
Mine is not dark.
No,
I mean, look at it.
I think it's dark.
Well, I don't have as much in my...
I love that we're done. I was expecting more of a Pinot kind of look.
Oh.
And so it's much darker. It's opaque.
Well, but you have more in your glass, and I probably just don't have enough in my glass.
Are you just going to be contrary?
Maybe. I mean, it is dark, but look at my glass. It's definitely pours. I mean, it's darker when it's a fuller glass.
Yes, you're right. I think it's purpley. I don't even think it's burgundy. I think it's like purpley.
Oh, okay.
But in your glass, it is a little more burgundy red.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to, you know what? From now on, we better pour the same amount.
You know what? We better.
Okay.
All right. Let's smell it.
I'm getting some. Not, you know what? When I first smelled it, it was earthy to me.
Earthy.
Yeah,
it is
very earthy. But
clay pot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am getting a little something sweeter on it. I think it's a little bit cherry. I don't know if I'm getting like a dark cherry, though.
I am. I'm getting a dark cherry, chocolate, almost a chocolate cherry.
Yeah, a little bit of cacao. Yeah. I'm kind of getting that more of it's sweet, but like a cacao makes sense to me. A dark chocolate, but I don't know if I'm getting as much of dark cherry.
Maybe a little plummy. To me, it smells like a little bit, maybe I'm crazy, a little Chianti-like.
Okay, yeah.
But it's rich. Like it smells rich.
Yes.
It smells a little spicy. It smells a little grapey, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm almost like a little bit of clove.
Yeah.
Like kind of the baking spices. Clove, something rich like that. Even like a little currant, maybe. You know?
Like a tangy red fruit. Tart.
More tart cherry to me, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not like super, like, but just like it has depth, but I feel like there's a little bit of a tang on it that we might taste.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's taste it. Let's taste it and see
Okay.
what we think. It's very tannic.
Yeah, it is.
Super tannic. It's nice. It's kind of got a warm, nice mouthfeel. I feel like you need to eat food with it.
Yeah. I feel like it might be, is it a touch young?
I mean,
it's 2021.
It's 2021. It's been open for half an hour. I agree with you. I think if you let this open up for a while, I think it could be really nice.
Yeah.
It's a little acidy.
I was just saying, it almost has a little bit, and there's no texture to it, but it almost is a little gritty.
The tannins are super grainy.
Yes. Yeah. Almost like you're almost like going to feel like you're maybe drinking a little bit of dirt or something.
I think that's a great call.
Yeah.
They are really structured tannins.
Structured for sure. What about taste? What are you getting? Are you getting that dark cherry?
There's definitely there's dark cherry. I'm getting a little bit of graphite, that like pencil lead. It's, it's got some good complexity. It just doesn't have a lot of fruit yet.
Yeah,
I feel like it needs some time for the
agree.
fruit to come out. The other one is a 2019, I think. So it'll be interesting to see if a couple of years gives it a little bit more time open, if it has a little bit of a different taste. I agree. I think it's like too tight. It's very tight right now.
Yeah. And it is. The tannins are super strong. And you want to say it's got some complexity, but you're not, it's just like it's just strong.
Yeah.
But not like alcohol-y necessarily.
No. To me, it reminds me of a Nebbiolo that's too young. It reminds me of a Barolo that's a little young. It's a little astringent. It's a little tight. It doesn't have the fruit is not coming out yet.
Yeah, not really getting the fruit on the taste.
And almost at the end, it's got a little bit of that astringent, like kind of almost Band-Aidy kind of taste on it. You getting that a little bit?
Yeah. But eating food with this, the code.
The code. Good segue. What food would you have with this? My dear.
Wow. I think that you could do, I could see this with spaghetti, like a bolognese sauce.
Yeah.
For sure. A meaty sauce. Or
meaty
even
lasagna.
Even a meat sauce, with meatballs. And lasagna would be good with meat sauce.
Something.
Meat sauce.
Meat sauce. How about
sauce?
some meat? Get some meat with it. I think like sausages, like grilled sausages. I think it would be really good with a roast.
Definitely. Or stuffed braciole. Yep.
Ooh, that would be really good. Stuffed flank, a braciole.
Yeah.
Pizza, be really good with like a nice charred pizza.
Meaty pizza.
Meat lovers. I do think it needs some fat. Like it needs something fat to pair with it.
Yeah, like a calzone.
Big old football looking.
And that would be good. I do think too, with something bready would be good. Like you said, the pizza, calzone, focaccia.
I feel like this is a gastronomic wine. I know you don't like that term, but I feel like this is a wine that needs food. I really do. It's got so much acid, and so I think it would really do well. Ted and I were talking about this, that sometimes you just need, like a Chianti, sometimes it just isn't that great on its own, but with food, it's like amazing.
Well, right. And that's what we like to do anyway.
It's the
Eat a little food,
group, people.
drink
Come
a little
on.
wine.
Let's go. Exactly. Yeah. Well, let's rate this wine. As a reminder, on a rating scale, we rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. We don't give half points. 7 and above means we'd buy it. 4 below means we're going to pour it down the sink. And a 5 or a 6 means we'll drink it. We'll finish it, but we're not going to buy it. So, Carmela, what rating would you give this Masseria Setteporte Etna Rosso?
I feel like I want to try some more of these wines because just the whole idea that it's from Sicily, it's got this cool map on there, it's an Etna wine, there's certain things about it that would just be fun to give to the right person. So I'm thinking I'm going to give it a 7 for that reason. But right now on the taste, I'm going to give it a 6.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm giving it a 7, and I bet I almost feel like if it was a couple years older, I might go higher. Because to me, it's a nice wine. It's just super tight right now.
Yeah.
And it needs a little bit of time. I hope I'm right. I think it has a lot. I'm giving it a 7 on the potential.
Okay, I like that.
So there you go.
You've got high hopes.
High hopes.
Oh.
All right, Carmela, we're going to take a break and we're going to try our second wine.
Nice.
Okay, we are back and we're ready to try our second wine. Carmela has an editorial comment.
Well, all I got to say is this is one thick bottle of wine.
Yeah. You thought the first one was kind of thick.
No, but this has got the bottom. Like, I can barely fit my hand around it. I don't know.
Don't get your minds out of the gutter, people.
No, Joe.
I know.
Don't put ideas in people's heads.
I didn't. Anyway.
All I got to say is that it is like I can barely pour it with one hand.
Okay, let's go on. We're going to move on. This is the Nicosia Etna Rosso Lenza di Munti. It's from Sicily, Italy. It's a 2019. It was $24.97, so just under the cut. And we got it at wine.com. Is it 13% alcohol? What does it say on the bottle?
It says 13%.
Okay,
nice
I got
job,
it right
Joe.
this time. Okay, 85% Nerello Mascalese, 15% Nerello Cappuccio. Wine Spectator gave it a 91. Vinius gave it a 90. It's Sucky James Suckling gave it a 92. And Vivino gave it a 3.7. But Carmela, let's look at the color.
Okay, so we're thinking it's a little bit lighter.
It is lighter. It's a little bit, it's not quite Pinot colored. It's more Chianti colored. It's got some richness and depth, but it's ruby red. Like it's a dark red, almost on the verge of being purple. But it's more translucent, I think, than the first one. Well, let's smell it and see what we think about that.
Oh, I'm getting a little more sweetness on this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's smoother. And I want to say I'm getting a little more cherry.
For sure.
Maybe even blackberry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. And I'm getting a little bit of earth again.
Okay.
Like clay pot. I almost want to say volcano. I'm getting a little volcanic.
Okay.
You know, there's that smell of volcanic rock. Mm-hmm. But it's very fruity. It's like crunchy red fruits. Not quite strawberry, but maybe like a raspberry.
Yeah, raspberry, blackberry. Even a little
Cranberry?
maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like it's cranberry-ish, pomegranate. Yeah. Definitely red fruits on this.
And tartar.
Yes, tartar.
Not tartar sauce, but tart. More
And not tartar on your teeth.
Ooh,
That's
get that clean.
Bad, yeah. Ooh,
it's a sign
take care of your teeth. It's really about your whole body health.
Exactly. We're a system,
teeth
people.
are-
Your body is a system.
Everything's connected.
You know what?
Take care of your teeth. Everything else is
Take care of your
in better order.
chickens. That's right.
Chickens?
That's Marshawn Lynch says.
Oh, Marshawn.
I love Marshawn Lynch.
I
Okay,
know.
well, let's taste it and see what we think.
Okay.
This is a nice wine. I like this wine.
I like this wine.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I got like kind of a cherry, but then I almost got a little bit of an olive-y kind of taste.
Oh,
Like
it's a little briny on
it's
it.
briny.
I think it is
There's-
a little briny.
There's salt. It's salty.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Mm-hmm. It's definitely, which again will make this really nice with food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it's young. Like it's got it'll age, but it's got that nice cherry flavor. It's really, it's got some good complexity. It's got a little bit of like depth in there, maybe a little bit of like tar, like that kind of like tar kind of taste.
Yes. Yeah. It's also got like a little bit of, again, like the tannins are not nearly as strong, but they're enough to where it has a little bit of like tightness on it.
Yeah.
But in a more appropriate way. The other one just felt too
tight.
Yes.
You're right.
I don't know.
The tannin difference is
It's
more
so interesting, huh?
this is more what we call like it's got good tannin structure, but it's more velvety.
Right.
Like almost a velvety tannin.
And this one is the 20% of the other grape.
This one is 85% Nerello Mascalese. So you're right. They put more.
changed.
They have more Nerello Cappuccio in it, which is supposed to mellow it out a little bit.
Which I can tell. Remember, we were wondering if we could tell. I think I might be able to tell on this.
It's smoother.
It's a little rounder.
It is rounder. It definitely is.
Yep.
It's not as tight. You're right. No, I like that. Any other flavors you're getting from it?
No, I mean, I'm definitely, it's way fruitier. And it's a lot of red fruits.
I almost feel like this is going to be weird. I almost feel like I'm getting a little like watermelon, like like right when you're getting to the white part of the watermelon rind.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But that's not very strong of a taste, is it?
No, but it's like kind of juicy and fruity, but also a little bit of bitterness.
Ooh, okay. What would you eat with this?
Oh, you beat me to it. I think it's very versatile. I think you could have all the foods we were talking about, like rich fatty meats, red sauce with meat sauce bolognese.
And even like cold cuts, I feel like an antipasti platter would be really nice.
Really
with
nice.
this.
Yeah, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think you do chicken dishes. I think you could do spicy food. I think this is a very versatile wine. Like I could see this with Chinese food or teriyaki or something like that. Salty foods. I think it'd be good with salty foods.
Yeah.
Fried. Yeah. I even think like fried chicken or even like fish and chips.
Oh.
I don't know why. Like I have saltiness in my head about this wine because it has saltiness on it, brininess on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and something like that too, like spicy food, salty food, it would stand up to it. Like it would match it with it. It would work. It would complement each other.
For sure. You know what I had in my head was like a sausage pizza with black olives.
Oh,
like a really
what
nice
kind of sauce would you do? A red sauce?
Red sauce for sure. But like, there's something about this wine that I feel like would pair with it really well.
I actually think you could do like something garlicky, like pesto or garlic bread.
Totally.
Something like that too.
Even like I could see an Alfredo sauce.
Sure.
I could see a creamy sauce with this.
Yeah.
I think it's very versatile.
It's a good wine.
I think it is too. Well, what rating are you going to give this wine?
So I'm going to stick with the 6 on the first one.
No, you said 7 on the first one.
No, I said 6.
You said 7, but
I'll
bring it down to a 6 if you want.
I said 6 for flavor, 7 that I would give it to somebody. Like I think that it would.
Okay.
But I was like,
so you want to call the first one a 6?
I'm going to give it a 6.
I gave the first one a 7. What are you going to give this one?
I'm going to give this one a 7.
Okay, I'm giving this one an 8.
Oh,
I like it. I think they're both good wines. I think they're both actually still a little young. I think they can age a little longer.
I agree.
But I think this one is a little bit more, well, it's older, it's 2019, but I think it's more ready. And I would serve this definitely like at a dinner. I think it's a really nice wine.
It'd be a nice Sunday night dinner wine too.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that the wine you're finishing tonight is this one, the Nicosia.
Yes, although I can hardly wrap my hand around it. I'm going to drink it.
There's a lot there. Okay, let's talk about the taste profiles expected from Etna. Oh, and by the way, sorry, I'm in the same boat. We're going to fight over this wine. Fight.
Good.
Okay.
We'll share.
Well, we can share. Okay, taste profiles expected from Etna Rosso. In general, wild strawberry, red cherry, raspberry, violet, roses, mint. Mint I can kind of get behind. Cinnamon, black pepper, sweet baking spices. We got that. Ash, flint, iron, graphite, gunpowder, floral, and perfumed.
Lots going on there.
A lot going on. The Masseria, the winery, says rustic, mineral, at times even herbal, but with a smooth and generous fruity core. I think rustic is right. I didn't find it quite as smooth.
No.
Wine Spectator said some earth and cloves.
Okay.
Didn't you say cloves?
I did. I said earth. Did I say cloves? Yeah, I did. Earth and cloves. Yeah. My goodness.
You're good. To the dark fruits here, as well as dried flowers. Medium body with firm and silky tannins. I didn't think it was so silky, but firm. Lots of polish and focus. Elegant and sophisticated in a fine, fresh way. I do think it was sophisticated. They said it's crunchy. I didn't find it crunchy. Decanter said fresh, lifted nose of cranberry and tobacco leading onto a palate, exploding with pomegranate juice, mint, and chocolate. We did get a little chocolate on the smell. Finely grained tannins. We did talk about grainy tannins.
Yeah, weird, funny.
Yeah, and with a touch of green at the back.
Green?
Yeah, which I can kind of see like vegetal.
Okay.
Like herbal. The Nicosia, the winery says a complex and intense nose of red berries, aromatic herbs, and spices. On the palate, it is robust, well-balanced, and persistent. Sucky, James Suckling said aromas of spiced cherry, toasted sage. I'm sure he has lots of toasted sage and hibiscus. Medium-bodied with gentle, silky tannins. I did think that's true. Juicy and vibrant on the palate, with grounding notes of cardamom and wet stone.
Okay.
What do you think of cardamom?
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
buy
sort of
that?
a baking spice. Sure, I
right.
would put it in one of my cakes and some cookies. And
There you go.
definitely a warm winter spice.
Okay, very good. Wine Spectator says delicate and fine, showing a light garnet color and lean concentration. Elegant approach is enhanced by aromas of wild berry, dried lavender, grilled rosemary, and savory earth or ash. They're getting grilled herbs.
Yeah,
which is interesting. Yeah.
Kind of toasty.
Yeah, toasted.
I guess.
Toasted. And Vinny says crushed raspberries, rubbed sage, and hints of smoke. So there's something smoky in there. Softly textured and round in feel, which is what you said. Sour red berries, motivated by zesty acids. We did say it was very acid. And slight sour citrus twang. I like that.
Okay.
Finish is lightly structured with a cheek puckering tension as rosy inner florals slowly fade. Okay.
Wow. People like this wine, though.
Mm-hmm.
They
do. What's your verdict on Etna Rosso?
I want to keep digging. Like, I think this has probably got some good wine out there.
I think so,
and these are good bottles, good starters. And I would put this on our table.
Yeah, these are not expensive starter bottles. Mm-hmm. I think they're worth checking out. I would probably decant them. I definitely would open them early, and I'd probably decant them. I wouldn't just open them and pour them because I think
pour with two hands.
Yeah, pour with two hands.
If you have hands that are on the smaller side.
That's right, because I do think it needs some air, and I think it needs a little bit of opening up time. So I might even open it up like an hour ahead of time if it's a younger wine. But I think definitely worth seeking out. Definitely worth trying.
It's a great also like party wine if you have like an Italian theme or a Sicily theme, or you're watching the White Lotus in Sicily. Sure. It's kind of fun to bring in like a thematic, menu, including the wine.
For sure. I fully agree. All right, let's talk about some wines coming up in future episodes in case you want to drink along with us. We're going to do Etna Bianco, as we mentioned, so that's the next one. And again, if you want the links to the specific wines and the names and everything, you can go to our show notes for this episode. We're going to do one on Meiomi wines, the Cabernet Sauvignon and California Pinot Noir. If you dare, drink along with us. We'll do Valpolicella Ripasso at some point, White Bordeaux, Lebanese wines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going to do some Lebanese wines, and then German Riesling.
Okay.
So there you go. We're bringing up some wines. We got to get the sherry. We got a few other wines we got to get for what the listeners want to hear. But you know what?
Give it to the people.
Give the people
what they want.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. This is what happens. You just finish
your sentences.
That's right. Thank you for doing
See how good we are?
We're so good.
There's a commercial like that. It's kind of dumb.
Is it?
It's like a personal injury group. We don't need to.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a very local personal injury.
We don't need to.
If you get into a car accident, you can call. I can't remember. There's so many of them, I can't even remember them. All right, Carmela, it's time for us to go. Actually, one of them I went to high school with.
I know.
It's time for us to go, but before we do, we want to thank you very much for listening to us. And if you haven't done so yet, and you get into a car accident, please call a lawyer. Okay.
Wow.
Now would be the perfect time to follow or subscribe to our podcast, and don't tell the insurance company anything. Until you talk to a lawyer. Carmela's dad was a personal injury lawyer.
Right.
He would actually tell you that.
And that's who we'd call first, our lawyer, a.k.a. Dad.
And also a fantastic time to leave us a nice rating and review on our website or Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And it's an awesome and free way to support us and help us grow listeners. We also love to hear from you. Tell us about a wine you want us to taste and review, or a wine region you're curious about. We'll take care of it. Leave a message for us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com. If you missed our latest newsletter, again, just email me and I'll send it to you. You can always reach out to us at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com. You can slip into our DMs. Just reach out. We always respond. But with that, we're going to sign off. So thank you once again. We'll see you next time. And as we like to say, life is short. So stop drinking shitty wine. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And the happy ending at the end of our story. Always think too much. Always drink too much. Always drink too much. Always think too much. And when I'm with you too much, I fall in love too much. And when I'm away too much,